Hey, good evening. Today we're going to talk about how to become a great driver. If you don't know, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you really want to become a great driver, it takes time. You've got to be patient. It starts with a good teacher. And if you have a good teacher, someone who's willing to train you and teach you and encourage you to learn, you will be successful. After instructor is done, such as myself, it's up to your parents, your guardians, your siblings. They're going to be the ones to really help you elevate and get better. It takes about 3 months to learn some of the fundamentals of good driving. We're talking about parallel parking. We're talking about pulling into a driveway doing three-point turnarounds. We're talking about merging on the expressway. We're talking about driving in downtown areas. What's up, Jax? How you doing? It's really important that you understand how's driving coming, Jax. It better be good. It's really important. Jax is one of my former students. It's really important that you practice, and you have to earn the trust of your parents, right? And when you earn the trust of your parents, they're going to say, hey, you've been driving well. We're going to give you some more freedom. But when you have that freedom, you've got to show your parents that you can be trustworthy. That's really important because in your age group, a lot of accidents do happen sometimes. It's still going good. Yeah, you doing good? Ooh, be careful, brother. Good. It's been great since I haven't been pulled over. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm praying for you. You've been doing really well. I've been watching your stuff. So it's all about support. Jack supports me. I support him. It's really a great situation. And that's what we do. We learn to support each other and get better. So you have to find someone that you can follow and someone that you can trust. If this is bringing you value, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. My goal is to get over 1,000 likes. I've been watching the platform and seeing people grow and seeing people learn. If you leave a comment, I'll answer your questions because I want you to learn how to become better drivers. Next, you want to go to a good driving school where they have good instructors who've been, hey, if you're having your driving test soon, leave some questions. I'm a state certified driving instructor. Ask some questions. I'm here. I'm blessed to be teaching all of you, and I've been on the platform about 3 years, and it's been awesome. And I want to continue to grow and continue to get better. And that's what I love about the platform because you can meet so many different people, so many different content creators, and I've learned to go back to what really works, being authentic, being real. I'm blessed to be your instructor, and I want to keep going and keep getting better. So every time I go on, I always have more great news. Like now, we're learning about pedestrian safety, right? Intersections are the most dangerous place. So I missed the Kia Soul too, right? It's back up there. A lot of good memories, Jax, for real. I remember that. It's a lot of good memories. And when you have some good students that come back on and talk to you, it almost brings tears to your eyes because some really good students and really good memories. And that's what Driver's Ed will bring to you today. Yeah, I need to pray. I pray for just good health, good mental focus, and well-being. And that's what's really important because everything else will be provided to you. And if you work hard and treat people with love and care, you'll elevate, you'll grow. That is so important because it's about giving. And you need an instructor who's patient, who's kind, who's not going to yell at you and scream. If your mom and dad are yelling at you and screaming at you, you won't learn. You're going to shut down. Luckily, I had a really close cousin. She knows who she is. And thank you. I appreciate you. You have an amazing night, too. If this is bringing you value, guys, ladies, drop some hearts, drop some stars. I'm really starting to show that more love and appreciation because without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. I love showing people how to drive, how to turn the wheel hand over hand. And speaking of turning hand over hand, how do you get the motorcycle license? Okay, so when you're 16, you can go to the DMV. You can take a special test. Then you'll go to a private location. They will have motorcycles for you, the state or the county or the province, and you'll be able to test. Sometimes they have it at community colleges. Sometimes they have it at private locations. And you'll be basically going around in the parking lot doing figure eights. Then once you master that, you'll do well. I drive a 1999 Camry. Oh, those Camrys are nice. Good mileage, very safe, good performance. I'm a good driver. I haven't had any issues. I'm glad. You got to keep working on parking and go to a school parking lot. Go to a department store parking lot and work on that. You would have to take a look. I believe they do. Every time you practice your fundamentals, whether it's parking, merging on the freeway, going through roundabouts, you will get better. 210K, woo! They're known for reliability. So just keep the oil changed in it and just watch everything and you'll do good, right? So that's really important. Hey guys, keep going live with me. Jax, would you like to go live with me? You're a good guy. If you want to go live with me, just invite and we'll do it. What are the main tips having for driving through intersections? You've got to look to make sure it's clear, right? You make sure there are no pedestrians in the crossway. Maintain good speed. That's a great question. What are your thoughts on people driving trucks? There's a shortage in truck drivers. If I had to do my career over, I would probably be a truck driver. I wouldn't, but I'm sorry, bro. I'm here for you, man. Whenever you get good, we'll figure it out, right? It's all good. Keep those questions coming in. You got questions. If I bring any value, give likes. Okay, my goal, I'm trying to get high and get the score as high as possible, right? You just want to keep working hard. Truck drivers, there's a shortage in the industry. You have to be 21. You got to have your regular license first. Then you got to have a CDL, right? A CDL is the commercial driver's license. Okay, I have my road test tomorrow. What I need you to do is just relax tonight. Take a break. If you want to in the morning, maybe just work on your steering through the neighborhood. Work on parking. Do your mirror checks. Just take your time and go through the process. Look through some of my content, and then you'll be able to get some ideas on road test. I do road test prep. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I've been on the platform. It'll be 3 years at the end of this month. It's been a blessing. Met a lot of great people. So keep asking those questions. I'm here for you. I'm trying to get over 2,000 likes. I'm at 1,001, right? You do well. Hey, you passed. That is awesome. I'm blessed to just interact, and I want you guys to do well. I failed my road test the first time, hit the curb. Yes, while you parked. I failed my road test for the first time because parallel park. Jax, we worked on parallel park. Over and over. Line up, turn the wheel all the way to the right. Back in, turn the wheel back to the left. It takes practice. Don't get discouraged. If you failed the first time, you really learned. Don't get discouraged. Always keep believing in yourself. A lot of times we get down. I get down sometime too. But you got to pray. You got to be supportive. And you got to keep encouraging other people to do well. It's so important. Yeah, those cones can be tricky, right? But you got to learn to really manage your space and do well. Keep those questions coming in. Crazy U-turn. Well, you got to have control. Some instructors will have you do certain maneuvers, certain states, certain countries. Just keep working on your driving. Keep working on your fundamentals. Your mom and dad have to give you support. They need to let you drive. How often should you check your mirrors? Every 10 to 15 seconds, you should be checking your mirrors, your center mirror, squared in the car, your mirror to the left, mirror to the right. Good question. Keep asking those questions. I'm here for you. Keep dropping those likes. Ask those questions. Are you about to pull out of the parking lot spot? Look in your mirrors behind you. Yes, you always have to look. This is your blind spot to your left. This is your blind spot to your right. You always have to look around and check your mirrors, right? Good question. Keep it coming. Hey, I'm 15. Should I study? Yeah, get the written material. Also, I have a Kahoota Quizlet. Whatever driver must know. Usually most states have a custom whatever drivers know. If you live in California, they should have whatever drivers must know. If you live in Texas, they should have whatever drivers must know. Look at that. Study it. It's got some of the basic foundations in there. Okay, it's nice seeing you, Jax. Appreciate you. If you don't know the speed limit, I would go about 35. It's nice hearing from you, Jax. I always support you. I got you. I'm afraid of parallel parking. You need to have 2 trash cans in front of your house and then practice reversing in slowly. Don't be afraid. You have to practice. If you don't practice, you won't ever pass your road test, right? Keep asking questions. I'm here for you. I'm terrible. I'm terrified to drive. How do I get over this? You got to have your friend with you in the car. You got to drive during off-peak hours so you can drive with confidence and consistency. Start in the neighborhood. Make 4 right turns, 4 left turns. After you make your turns, then kind of sit over to the side. What did I do that was good? What did I do that was bad? Have your bestie, your best friend with you. Your best friend will offer you that support. Wait, so different states have, yes, different states have different rules. Okay, Texas may have different rules than Ohio. Texas may have different rules than Louisiana. So, you got to check that. What can I do to stay centered? You want to, we're in America, so we drive on the right. So you want to practice aiming high, looking ahead. Practice going up the parking lot, down the parking lot. Up the parking lot, down the parking lot. Right? Hey, yes. Hey, Ash, how you doing? Ash, miss you guys so much. Ash, you got my number. It hasn't changed, right? I had to do what was best for me. Ash, miss you so much. You're so real, right? You're so real. Ash, you're so real. Right? You're going to make me cry, girl. I did what was best for me, and you never want to burn bridges, Ash, right? You never want. I went out to the old high school a couple of weeks ago, right? So, yes. Can you fail on your practice drive? No, you got to practice so you'll pass. If you need work on turns, you turn hand over hand into the turn, hand over hand out. If you're nervous and can't keep the car straight, you've got to practice. Practice during off-peak hours. Right now, it's still in the summer, so a lot of us still are off 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. Practice in the morning. What does short left turn mean? You turn the wheel too early, so you could hit the car in the other lane. You could go over the double yellow line. A lot of beginning drivers turn the wheel too short. If you're making a right turn, you turn too short, you go over the curb. Automatic failure. If you turn wide, you're going to turn in the wrong lane. Great question. Keep those questions up. Keep those likes up. I'm here for you. What do you think? Do you think driving school is worth it? Yes. It depends how old you are. If you're 14 through 17, you might want to enroll in a driver's education. If you're almost 18, go to the DMV, get your TIP. That's your temporary instruction permit. You'll drive for 30 days, do all the necessary things. Then, hopefully, you'll pass your road test. I know that it takes a lot of patience to quick decision. It does. And once you practice, example, we were driving tonight. Yesterday, my students, they were kind of all over the road. The second night, which was today, much better. Great speed control, good lane positioning. They were kind of hugging the right a little bit. I'm 33, that's okay. I've taught adults who are 45, 55, 65. I taught a young lady who was 37. She passed her test. How do you maintain speed? You hold your foot on the gas pedal, maintaining it. If you push too hard, you're going to go real fast. If you don't push at all, you're going to drop speed. A lot of beginners have a difficult time with speed control. Can you hit the curb from parallel parking? I hit the curb, but I parked good. You might bump it. You want to be 12 inches or less away. I only have to do 8 hours of practice driving. Every state is a little bit different. You got to work on your skills, whether it's parking nice. I hope you, yes. I'm so afraid of driving. I've learned how to drive in a park. It does start in the parking lot. Then you go into a neighborhood. You make 12 right turns, 12 left turns. You practice pulling in driveways. Then you turn around. I have 50 hours. That's good. You want to make sure your seat is adjusted properly. Guys, I love the questions. Keep popping them in. I'm here to help you. The questions are good because this tells me where you are. Same here. You do have to practice more. And the more you practice, the better you'll become. And that's so important. You got to have a support source. Your mom and dad got to believe in you. Your best friend has to believe in you. And more importantly, you got to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you will definitely do better. Keep the questions coming, right? That's so important. Let's keep them coming. Count your hours. Some states have an app called Road Ready. Most of the time they have you write your what motivates me. It's a lot of just helping people. I try to help everyone I can. What goes first at the four-way stop? The first car there is the first car to go. Next, the car to the right. Keep it up. Good questions. Keep answering those questions. What does the poor gear mean? If you're driving a manual, when you first pull off, you should be in 1. If you pull off in 2 or 3, the car's going to lunge, and then you'll get marked down. What does it mean? What does it mean? How far back to reverse? Usually it's about 3 to 5 feet. You've got to look out of your back window. If you don't look out of your back window, you could hit someone, right? Can you lie on your driving hours? You don't want to do that because you won't really be prepared. On my permit from the DMV, I was wondering if I could do my road test with you. It depends on what location you're in. I have some good friends who do that. What does poor gear means? You're in the wrong gear. At about 35, you should be in about 3rd gear. At about 50, you should be in 4th gear. Okay? From 0 to about 10 or 12, you should be in 1st. From about 12 to 20, 2nd. From 25 to 35, 3rd or 4th. It depends. So you have to shift and be able to understand. Reach out to me, and then I'll let you know where to go. Keep asking questions. Great questions. Can you briefly explain how to parallel park? Yes. You pull up to a car. You back, cut your wheel all the way to the right. The rear of the car will go on at a 45 angle. Once it's straight, you turn your wheel back. I've had some tutorials on that. Keep asking questions. I'm here for you. My goal is 4,000 likes. I'm at 3,500. If this is bringing you value, drop a like, drop a heart, whatever is on right now. I'm trying to go live more, and I think you know that I'm real, and I'll answer your questions. Drop more hearts, drop more likes. Ask more questions. I'm here for you. How to turn tight turns when you struggle. You've got to practice in the parking lot going through the light poles, like a figure 8. Do they make you parallel park on your test? It depends on what state you're in. Once you rotate the wheel, should you Once you rotate the wheel, should you make sure that the wheel hits the curb? You want to be about 12 inches or less away. If you bump the curb, you could get a minus on your test. So you want to practice pulling up to the curb and then practice pulling up to a car and reversing in behind it. Good question. You're doing great. Keep growing. Keep getting better. Can you move back and forth? You can move back and forth. I'm in California. Hey, how are you? It's okay to be slanted in parking. If you're doing the parallel park, if your car is in between the cones in the area, you're fine. Thank you for the likes. It means a lot. Keep it up. Keep going. What other questions you have? I'm here for you. Anxiety is real. I'm here for you. I love teaching you guys. Thank you so much for what you teach. Good. I want to support you. Anxiety is real. Nervousness is real. So I need you to chill. I need you to be supportive, and I need you to be aware. What are there any tips for paying attention? You've got to keep your lane positioning. You've got to go with the flow of the traffic. A lot of beginner drivers stare at the speedometer. They look at their hands. So you got to learn to aim high and look ahead. Can you give me any tips on how to feel comfortable on the highway? I would learn to merge out first, get out about 45 or 50 miles an hour, then get into the middle lane, cruise about 60. You got to get comfortable keeping your speed up. If you're in the middle lane, you'll be able to see cars merging in from the right. When you're in the middle lane, you'll be able to see cars in the passing lane to the left. It takes practice. It takes about 10 years for you to truly become comfortable. I love the questions. Let's keep them going. I'm here for you. My goal is 5,000 likes. I'm at 4,000. Let's get it there. Staying in the lane tips. Thank you. Staying in the lane, you want to aim high and look ahead. Just like I'm looking ahead, aim high. Just so like looking down the street. You're welcome. When turning to another lane, do you check your mirror first? You want to look where you're going. And you said, turn. Are you talking about lane changing or turning into another lane? If you're turning into your lane, you want to turn in the nearest lane. That's the first thing you want to do. Turn into the nearest lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. You always want to look. Whenever you're making a directional lane change, you got to check your inside mirror, your outside mirrors. If you're making a lane change to the right, you look over your right shoulder. You make a lane change to the left, you look over your left shoulder. Great questions. I got about 5 more minutes. Then I'm going to get my Singapore noodles. Will they mark me down for going below? It depends on how below you're talking about. If the speed limit is 50, you should be about 48, 49. If you're at 40 or 37 or 35, they're going to mark you down. Good question. I always feel pressure from other drivers. How do I feel less intimidated? Drive at a speed that's comfortable for you. Stay in the lane closest to the curb. Slower moving traffic stays to the right. I love the question. How do I do a 3-point turn? I'm sorry if that's... No, it's not a basic question. It's fine. Practice pulling in your driveway. You're going down your street, you pull in your driveway. You turn into the left. Doing a reverse back, you turn your wheel all the way to the right. Practice working on that 3-point turnaround. Great question. How do I know the area where you don't know? I'll tell you a secret. The road testers have 3 or 4 state-approved routes. They have a certain number of stop signs, a certain number of intersections. They have speed limits that are residential speed 25. They have different areas, right turns, left turns, lane changing. Thank you. It means a lot. You will go on and off the freeway. You will go over railroad tracks. You have to look left, right, and left. Great questions. What are the requirements for getting a driver's license? It depends on what state you're in. Generally, if you're under 18, you probably should enroll in a driver's education course. Then you're going to take the course. You'll go through your lessons. You'll pass your state test. All your paperwork is turned into the driving company. They will send it into the state. You'll get your permit. Then you go to the DMV. You take an eye test. You pay your money. And then you get your permit. Good question. Arizona does not require driver's ed. Well, different states do different things. Should I brake first, then clutch? It depends on your movement. I love the questions on stick shifts. If you're going into a turn, you brake first, then downshift to the lower gear, then accelerate, clutch in, and shift gears. Love the questions on the stick shifts. When am I in doing the driving test, does the instructor always let you? They won't talk. They're going to have a clipboard. They're going to tell you, go here, make a turn here, and then they're going to grade you. How do you get into learning a manual? First, you need to find someone who knows how to drive a manual. Then you need to spend an afternoon in a parking lot learning how to shift first. First gear is from 0 to about 15 miles an hour. Second gear is from 15 to about 25. Third gear is from about 25 to 35, and so on. When maneuvers we'll be doing first on the road test, probably some parking maneuvers. Stall parking, angle parking. I love the questions. Keep it up. Everything's good. Do you have any tips on parallel parking? Get some trash cans out near your neighborhood. Maybe have those trash cans or cones and practice lining up and reversing it at an angle. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I will. I'm doing the road test Tuesday. What should I look forward to? Any tips? Have good speed control. If the speed limit is 45, drive about 43, 44. Practice making lane changes, looking over your shoulder, doing your mirror checks. Practice good steering. Right-hand steering is illegal. I don't think so. I read something about that. There are cars coming from Asia to the United States. I've seen some right-hand steering wheels and drivers. I don't think they're illegal. I've seen some here in the United States. Good questions. Before I get into the car during the test, what's the tester going to look for? They may ask you, first, what are they going to look for? You have to have insurance. You can't have a cracked windshield. Your headlights, taillights need to work. They may ask you some information out about the speedometer, the dashboard. How do you turn on the four-way flashers? Great questions. You always want to have your car clean, have it vacuumed out, have it smelling good. It shouldn't smell like old chicken wings. You can get your first license with the restrictions in California. Yes, California is one of the bigger areas in the country, so is Texas. They have so many people there, right? How much is the driver's license? It depends. You got to talk to the DMV. Could be $35. It could be $45. You will have to look on the website. If you want me to find out some information, I will. Guys, ladies, about 5 more minutes. I love the question. I'm having such fun, and it's awesome. Keep the questions coming, right? At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you have to practice. Where can I get my license restricted in California? I'm under 18. You need to call the DMV, just like any other location, probably from 14-9 to about 17, you should be able to enroll in a driver's education class. If you're 18 or up, probably get your TIP, that's your temporary instruction permit. Guys and ladies, what is the permit test and how hard is it? So you have to work on your knowledge. You got to work on how long is a typical driving test, 35 to 55 minutes long. I've checked my engine light is on in the dashboard. You could have a loose gas cap, maybe bad gasoline. I already know, okay? Honestly, it's preparation. You do have to prepare. You got to work over and over and over again, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you. I had a lot of fun tonight. I'll probably go live again tomorrow night around this time. It was awesome. I want to say thank you. Leave questions. Look at the trending videos that come up. Guys, ladies, thank you. You're awesome. Bye. I had a lot of fun tonight. Bye.